Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, Beauty on a Budget. Back in my bathroom, I'm going to remove my acrylics today. It's been a fun 5 days, but I think just the number of times I've just been catching myself on different things. And I made the other craft, and so now I've got my nails are kind of got the glue on here, a bit of hot glue, a bit of Mod Podge, some of the other stuff I was making. Left little spots and stuff, and so my nails are not looking as good. So I'm just going to move my camera back just a little bit so I've got a little more room between me and the camera here. So what you need to remove these is, of course, a really good nail polish remover. The one I use here, I buy it from Dollarama. I pay $3 a bottle. It's made by Delnon. It's the nail polish remover. It's the Salon Formula one, and it's actually 100% acetone. If you can get the more than 50% and higher of acetone, really helps remove the nail glues. Of course, doing that, you'll need either the cotton pads or Q-tips. I find a combination of the both really help trying to get some of the nails off. The other thing that I use getting the nails off is the little flossing picks. They just work really good because you can get just under here, just go zigzag and like a sawing motion, and you get between your nail and the acrylic, and you're not ripping and pulling apart your nails. After you get rid of all the glue and stuff, I love to put on a really good coat of the nail oil or cuticle oil. Now this one here, and then I've got the good hand lotion too. So these two here are actually, I don't use these ones often. You can see I hardly use this oil. You hardly need any, but these ones were hard to get. They're actually made from Israel, so they're actually, the product in here is from the Dead Sea. So it's, and there was a place that used to sell it, now they're gone out from where I live. So it's really hard to get this stuff from Israel right now. There's quite a few beauty products. I love the oils from Israel. I love the soaps and stuff. Really hard in the last 3 years to find anything from Israel. But yeah, these are from these are part of this Dead Sea collection. So really good hand cream, good lotion. This one's got the shea butter in it. So shea butter or anything like the coconut oil, coconut creams work really good. Or body butter, it's just something to nourish your nails, like your nail beds and the actual nails themselves and the cuticles. So those are really important things. So now with that being said, I'm just gonna open my Q-tip jar. I'm just gonna open this up. Should have done this before, but I just wanted to get everything set up. Now I'm not gonna be able to open this with the acrylics on. Yeah, I love acrylics, but the thumb is just a little longer. Like usually if I had acrylics like the nails this length, it's usually like a one night, a special thing, and then I trim them. I would take them off and I would trim them and then put them back on. And the other, I did not seal this. I know I did not. Okay, well, I'll just leave those for a second. The other thing that I don't usually do is I don't do a lot of the like high 3D type nail stuff, nail art. So these little flowers are just catching on everything from my hair, trying to put my earrings in, I was doing a facial the other night, and every time I went really close to like around my eyes, I was actually just about scratched my eye with one of these little flowers. I was worried about I would get myself with the nail, so I was actually holding my hands down a little bit, and instead I kept catching myself with the little flowers. Let's see if I can try this once more. If not, I'm just going to grab the scissors. Yeah, I got to grab the scissors. I'm just going to cut this bag open. It doesn't matter, it's been open, it doesn't need to reseal. I only use these ones for my nails. These are the cheap ones from the dollar store. $1.50, something like that. You get 50 of them. They're too cheap to really use as flossing picks, but they really work good for the nails. So I'm just gonna move my camera a little closer to me just so I can show this. So what I do is just get it under at the nail bed here. You just slowly get under, and as you work your way, Now this is already split, that's why I don't like these cheap ones. But part of the floss has gone under the nail, part of it hasn't. But that's okay. So now it's got all these, actually taken the floss apart into little things. I just gotta get a little closer to where I can see. So it just takes some time. Just gotta get it under and just go back and forth. And as you do that, it should start to lift up. Like, I'm not gonna force it, see? Then you get to a point and it just pulls it right off. You're not tearing your nails. Now when you're taking the acrylics off, you wanna work from the nail bed here closest to your knuckle, work and pull the nail like up and away. You don't wanna peel from the top of the nail and down, because when you peel it down, you're gonna rip your nail off downwards. So if you go from here that way, it can also work side to side. Like if you can get underneath and just peel it off. I'd say this dollar store nail polish glue was the cheapest, worst stuff I've ever seen. I don't know how all these nails stayed on. I know I've had a couple I've had to glue on. I think there was, on here I had to glue 1, 2, I think 4 nails I had to re-glue, maybe 5, but I know 4 for sure I had to re-glue. But it's just sometimes using the acrylics themselves, you just kind of wiggle your way. You just want to kind of get where it just separates away from. You get this in here and you can kind of see how it's going to start to separate and lift up the acrylic. I'm not sure where I can get a good angle. See if I can get it to come under this side. But you can kind of get the acrylic to start to lift up, and you just slowly work your way, and it just, you know, goes flying off because you do it very carefully. And if I had better nail glue, it would be a lot harder to do this. Usually takes a lot longer. Usually before the nails pop off, I'm usually about halfway down the nail, never just barely start. But that nail glue, I was curious about it. I wanted to try the nail glue from the Dollar Tree because I thought, you know, sometimes you never know. The products, you know, I mean, you are paying the cheaper price, even with the flossing pick. It's got this end here. See, I can just get right under in a few spots. But the stuff from the dollar store, you're paying cheap because you know it's a cheaper product. But I've also bought the expensive stuff and been really disappointed with expensive product. So I just like to try different, like, you know, like a generic brand. Sometimes are a little bit better than the real stuff, because half the time you're just paying for a name. See, like that one, I had to get almost all the way through the nail and then it just slides right off. So, but yeah, so I wanted to try this nail glue. It was $1.25, and I could tell already from the difference from when I put the first nail on until I got to my last couple, just the bottle being opened a few times, it was already, don't want to pull, but yeah, like the nail glue itself, once it had been open for a few minutes, it was already not doing what it wasn't even acting like as strong as it should have been. Now I've got this stuck. So, but I thought, well, for $1.25, I wanted to try it. It kind of saved me some money. You know, instead of paying, you know, $10, $14 at Walmart for a bottle of nail glue to do my nails for a couple days, I pay $1.25. It would be the kind of nail glue I think would be handy to keep on hand. Like if you did your acrylics, and then just have a bottle of spare unopened nail glue like in your purse or in your car for an emergency. If your nails come off while you're away from home, just so you can kind of fix any as they fall off or they need to be repaired. That's what I think. I think it was good stuff to have just as emergency for a one-time usage. It's not the type of nail glue I'd want for long-term stuff. I mean, maybe if it was something like for like maybe nail glue for Halloween, like where you want your nails only to look a certain way for one night. see, just get this under here so you can see I'm just going back and forth. Just go back and forth, and it should just start to peel off, and it just peeled right off. So this nail floss is actually a really good trick. I'm just wondering if I can just use the top part of this pick just to get around, because I've got some nail glue on my skin right here, and I just don't want to hurt myself too bad trying to remove these. See, I haven't even gotten to using the acetone yet. That's how cheap this nail glue is. Because usually by now, I mean, I wouldn't be able to pull these off or pop them off this fast. I should have to be using a lot of the nail glue. That one is going to be stuck. This one has not come off. So this one has been on this whole time. And it just does not want to come off, but just wiggling slowly. You just want to take your time, however long it takes to get, and it is stuck. There is a big blob of the glue, and I don't want to, so I'm just going to leave that one. I'm just using my finger, just kind of rubbing around. There, see, that came off. They're never usually this easy to get off. See, like they're just, yeah, see, they should not be that easy to pop off. They should be like this one. Or it's just, it is really stuck on there. And I cannot get that. So I guess for this one, I'm going to have to use the little bit of nail polish remover. Now there's a few ways to do it. I like to just slowly put the nail polish remover in around the nail to kind of loosen it up a bit. Because I don't want to dip my hand in, because this is pure acetone, so I don't want to dip my hands in unless I really have to. I think if I was using some of those other nail, like when I'm doing like the stronger nail polishes, I do. This just does not want to come off, and I do not want to pull, so I don't want to rip my fingernail off, but there it is, just stuck, and I think it's stuck on the actual skin right here. That is just hurting as I'm pulling, so this does not want to come off. So I'm going to pour a little bit in the cap, and I'm just going to let this soak for a few minutes. So I will be back in just a minute. I just have a message coming through I got to quickly answer, so I'll be right back. Yeah, just my kids are texting me. I had to answer them back quickly. So I'm still soaking my finger. It just does not want to come loose. I'm going to try the flossing stick again. Just stuck right on that one spot. I've got it off the skin now, but there's a big chunk of the glue. And I said, this is usually what happens when you use the really strong, good nail glue. This is how every nail should be trying to remove it. Oh, I got it. There, I got that big chunk. There. Now I've got all the acrylics all off. So that one took about 3 minutes of soaking. Now, I'm not one to waste things. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to set these acrylics to the side. I kind of reuse acrylics, but not the way people think. Like, I will not reuse them back on my fingers. I have some of the thumb ones where they get the glue just on the part of it. I have cut where the top part is, and I kind of use that on my toes. I've done that. But no, I usually use these for crafts, and I really love to use them for Halloween. Like, you know, you take these used acrylics, paint them in whatever color, you know, spray paint, whatever. and then you cut them to look like jagged teeth in a pumpkin. I love to do that, so that's what I do. Once I've used them, they go in a bag. We use them for decoration for Halloween. I know my daughter one year did this face mask that had like multiple layers of teeth, and so again, we used up some of the old broken acrylics. She spray painted them white, and she cut them all up and made them look really jagged. It worked really good for teeth. So that's what I do. I hate throwing things out if you can repurpose them. They've been used, they're on my hands. I don't want to put them back on my hands, so when I say I reuse them, I think it kind of, freaks people out sometimes, but that's not what I mean. I mean, I like to use them for other crafts. I'm just going to use this Q-tip here. I'm just going to rub and get the acetone off. Or no, I'm using the acetone to get the nail glue off, and I'm just kind of letting it soak on the nail. So I'm just kind of rubbing it and just letting it soak in for a few moments. Now, this is the pure acetone, so I'm trying to avoid touching my nails, or not my nails. I'm trying to avoid touching the skin around my nails because it stings when it touches if you've got any cuts. And especially after you take the acrylics off, around my nail bed always feels really bad because I've had these have been on for, put them on Monday, this is now Friday, so I've had them for 5 days. That's not as many days as I normally have acrylics on. Sometimes I just do them for like a day or two, but this time I really wanted to try to keep them up for the week. But if I take these off, I can now get cleaning my house again and doing some other things I got to get done around my house now that I don't have the acrylics in my way. So I'm just really using this to really soak in here and just trying to get as much of the nail glue off as I can. I may have to actually dip my nails in the acetone to remove some of this bigger chunks of the glue, but I'm hoping I can just rub it in and just have it break down the glue. Also, I said this was the finger that I had, my thumbnail I had broke off a week ago. So I can already tell how much the thumbnail has grown in the last 5 days. I think partially because it was kind of hidden and covered, and so it kind of healed on its own a bit. So this one I do not want to put too much acetone on. I don't want the acetone to get right on the edge of where the thumbnail had broke. But I'm just looking at it. I know where it had broken. I could see how much it grew. And there was another nail too that had grown so much in the last 5 days that the nail was right against the edge of the skin, but it had grown, this nail here had grown quite a bit to where you can even see the nail, the acrylic was not against the skin here. It had kind of moved forward. Just fun when it does that, because then it's like, oh, I know where the nail was, so the nail's moved up, so my nail grew while the acrylic was on. I'm just going to grab one of these cotton balls here, or cotton pads. I guess I don't have any cotton balls at the moment, but I got these cotton pads. I'm going to soak this up with what's ever left in the lid, and I'm just going to just do this. This is going to take quite a few minutes. It's probably going to take about 3 to 4 minutes per nail, just rubbing it with the acetone to get all the nail glue off. So I'm not quite sure how long it's going to take, but that's all I'm going to do. Is I'm just going to be sitting here and just rubbing each nail until all the nail glue is off. So I will be back in just a few moments, and I'll let you know how many minutes that took to remove everything. Alright, so it's taken me 3 minutes to get the nail glue off of this hand, so I'm going to work on this hand. It just seems to be pretty easy just to go in like a circular motion around So I'm just going from the top of the nail down around the nail bed and up the other side in just a circular motion. That's how I remove nail polish too. I just find it's just so much nicer than just trying to go like up and down. Because I find when you go up and down, then you're pressing down on the nail bed. So I find just a nice circular motion. I'm just trying to find the way that's easiest to do each nail. Each nail I kind of have to hold my finger just a little bit differently. But it's still the same circular motion. I'm just working my way around the nail in a circular motion. I just found a big chunk of glue. I'm just going to see if I can just scrape that off. Because sometimes you can just kind of, once you get some of the glue off and you've got some of the nail polish remover on, you can kind of just pick some of the bigger globs of glue off. So now I think I've got them all done where they're pretty much all the glue is off. So now I'm just going to put the lid on here because I don't want to spill this. This will actually wreck things. Next I'm just going to wash my hands just to make sure that there's no more residue. Oops, don't want to splash the camera. Just make sure there's no residue left on the nails. And any, like, well, the cotton pads are also from the dollar store, and I find these ones are actually leave a lot of the fuzzy stuff. I just want to get all that gone before I move to the next step. Again, I'm just with my nice little cloth here, just rubbing my nails in the same circular motion just to dry them a bit, just so I can also just make sure there's no glue residue, no cotton ball fibers left on the nails. There's a little bit of glue here and there. That's okay because I still have a couple more steps. So now I'm just going to take the oil. I'm just going to put little drop of the oil on each nail. I like to do one hand kind of at the same time. So one drop and then just rub it right in. Again, in that same circular motion. For just a few seconds on each nail. Just want to nourish the skin again because they've had those acrylics on, and this nail glue can be so hard on your nails and your skin. I know I have a few friends who've done so many acrylics over the years. Their nails are just so short and they look so bad. And then because they look so bad, I always go back and get acrylics put back on because the acrylics look so nice. And I told myself, you know, if you just leave the acrylics off, I said, yes, I know it's going to look bad for a little bit, but if you just leave the acrylics off for just a couple weeks, just let your nails start to grow, let your, give your nail beds and your skin and fingers and everything just a few weeks between the nails, between the acrylics. It's just going to help your skin so much, and your fingers will look so nice, and then you're not going to want to put acrylics on all the time. Because I have so many people who think that my nails look like this, that is an acrylic. When all my nails are really nice and shiny and they look like that, compared to this one here. You see, like, these are both my regular nails, but I have friends who nails look like this, they put acrylics on to look like that. When my nails always look like that, they just look like this because of crafting. So, and then they don't craft, but I craft, and so I said, well, mine just look bad because I would rather sit in my craft room and make things, or down in my day home with kids. I'd rather be making things all day. And I don't mind if my nails, kind of look bad. It's from doing things. It's not from having, acrylics on and peeling the acrylics off wrong. Because I can't tell you the number of times I've watched videos on YouTube, people telling you how to remove acrylics, and they do it wrong. I've seen professional people put on and take off acrylics wrong. I have left some comments on some people's stuff. Not that they're doing it wrong, just some tips that I have found over the years of just doing my own nails. But see, just getting that oil in there, you can see the nails are starting to look so much nicer now. And so in a few days, they're gonna look really good because they're gonna start to grow again a little bit better. See, it doesn't cost a lot, like, to do your own stuff. I mean, I know friends who don't want to do their own hair and everything. Like, I can't afford to go out and have somebody do some of these basic things that are just so easy to do. I'm just going to keep rubbing this in, and I think it's all in. Now, I'm not too worried. I still have some nail glue on here, and it's going to take a few, like, a little while. It's going to take, it can take a couple days to do it slowly to remove the nail glue. I mean, if you really wanted to, you could just soak them in acetone and stuff and just, but there's not a lot of the glue residue. It's more like I can feel it where it's in a small little spot. But if I get my nail file out, which I'll do later, and if I filed them down, it'll be nice and smooth. But now I'm just going to go on to the hand cream. Oops. I'm going to take my ring off. Just because the hand cream sometimes makes my ring slide off. Just a nice little amount of good thick hand cream. I just always go up a little bit on my wrist just because I like this part of the hand to look just the same as this part. There. So now I have removed the acrylics. My nails look good. They've been oiled. And what I might still do is I think I'll just pause for a second and go and grab that other tool and actually just buff some of this out. So just give me 1 second. Okay, so this is my brand new one. I just recently bought this one. I wasn't gonna open this yet, but the other day when I had all my stuff out, my cat got in here and he took it. I don't know why. There goes the legs of the cream. I don't know why he loves to chew these. There must be something in here that he just loves, the texture or whatever it is. I'm just gonna move this stuff so I don't drop anything else off my counter. I don't have a really big surface here to work with. I don't have a chair in my bathroom at the moment. So right now I'm just sitting on the edge of the toilet, or not the toilet, I'm sitting on the edge of the bathtub, I mean. So I've got a very, very small surface area. So anyways, this here has got 7 sides. So it says step 1 is coarse grit to shape nail. Step 2, medium grit to refine the shape. Step 3. Step 3, fine grit to smooth edges of nail. Step 4, conditions the nail. Step 5, smooths the nail. Step 6, buff is the nail buffer. And step 7, polishes and shines. Now I don't need to do the first 3 because I'm not shaping my nails. So I'm going to start on step 4 for the conditioning of the nail. So all I'm doing is just going quick back and forth. Let's move the camera down just a little bit more. Oops. No. Okay. Tripod just wants the tip. There. So I'm just doing step 4, just a little bit back and forth. And I'm not finding any rough nail glue on there. So I'm going to go to step 5. So I'm just going to do the 1 nail. Step 5. Just kind of brush that down. See, it's starting to get a really nice sheen to it. I don't see, I haven't used this one, so I don't know where this one's got the 7. It's a little bit different than the other one I use. So I'm just trying to find the way it's all numbered here. So this is step 6. This is the nail buffer. I actually have a really nice buffing block that I can actually do like 3 nails at a time. Let's see, it's all buffed out. It's starting to look really nice. And now step 7 is the polish and shine. And what I love about the polish and shine step is when you do this, it's gonna like look like you've got nail polish on. It's gonna look like you got a really nice top coat of clear nail polish, and you don't. Where's my camera? There. See, you can see the shine. That is just from this little nail file thing. So you go like, I don't even know where my camera is. Right there, you can see the difference between the two. So I'm gonna do this thumbnail quickly too. Step 4. And then step 5. I've got a little bit of nail glue right there. I'm just gonna rub the nail glue off. That's the other thing, is you can use like the stronger grit one here. Just get some of that nail glue off right there. That'll work good. And then that was 5. Now I need 6. And step 7, so it's already starting to look really good. And then step 7 is the polish and shine. And there, so now they're looking really good and really shiny. So now this is the way I like to do my nails, is I like to have them looking like this when I don't have any nail polish on. And everybody thinks that you've done something, and all you've done is just condition your nails properly. So I'm just gonna do this because this is how I normally do it. Oops, I can get my tripod to stand. Oh, okay. The sink is right there, and I don't want it to fall in the sink. But here's how I normally do it. I just put my nail right here on the edge of the counter, and I just do this for like 10-15 seconds. Then I go to the next one, like 10-15 seconds. And then the next one. I gotta turn my nail this way just because I've got the top here and it's the way that it wants to curve. And then I do the last step. And look at that, look how shiny that nail is. You would not believe that I've been wearing acrylics for 5 days and my nails look like that. If you just know how to take care of your nails, like 5 days of wearing the acrylics. So this is my nail without doing anything, and this is it after I all shined it up. I don't know where the camera is, I'm sorry. This one, you can see the difference. So I'm just gonna work on all my nails like that. It's really tricky. I don't know how long it's gonna take me to do all my nails, but maybe I'll just do step 4 on all these nails first. This is how I normally do it. Just take the one step. So I like this edge of my counter right here. It's a solid granite, but it's got this beveled edge. It's round and beveled edge. So actually my hand fits right on here really nice. So it's kind of like, find a good spot where you can do this. I also do this when I'm just watching TV, when you've got nothing else to do. Just sit there and just buff your nails out. So don't clip your nails when you're sitting beside your husband. My husband doesn't like that when I'm clipping my nails beside him, but he doesn't mind if I'm doing this while we're watching TV. That was step 4, and then step 5. It doesn't take long to do manicure, pedicures. It's pretty easy, basic. I don't know why people spend like $100+ for somebody to do this when you can do this yourself. And this little tool was like $1.25 if I bought it from, I'm not quite sure where I bought it from. So it'd be $1.25 if I bought it from Dollar Tree, maybe $1.50 if it was Dollarama. So it doesn't cost a lot of money to really to do your nails. I have a nicer buffing block, which I will get out because I prefer it better than this one. But this is pretty good to say that, you know, like you get all these little tools all in one. And it doesn't last. Like I had a few other ones that I actually prefer. I had this other one I bought and it was like this is all on one little tool. I have this bigger one and it's the bigger square one. And the package came with 2 of them. And what it does is, so one has 4 steps and then the other one has another 4 steps or something. Or I think they might both just have a big nail file too. But so basically you can get all your steps done on these 2 nice blocks. And it was a little bit easier to work with when it's the bigger blocks. But still, I said like this is a good, keep one of these like in your purse. It's really good. And if you break a nail or something, you can fix it and make it all look shiny and nice. But like I said, this buffing one here, this polish and shine and the buffing, those are the 2 most important ones that really just make your nails always look good. You know, even if you don't wear nail polish, just keeping, you know, your nails clean and hand cream and trimmed and buffed and polished, it's always going to look, your nails are always going to look their best. Doesn't matter the length of the nails, they're always going to look really good if they're shiny. Like you can see the difference in the length just based on where my nails have broken and how long it's taken for them to grow back, because I haven't worn acrylics for quite a few months because they broke so far. But just, I do have the top coats that I'll just put on just a basic top coat, and it's supposed to make your nails stronger and grow. I think they're by Sally Hansen, I believe. I do have one that I did buy from the dollar store, and I will say it works as a good base coat or a top coat, but I don't think it really has improved my nails growing. I think it was the Sally Hansen ones that I have used that I really find the difference. So you see, you just keep buffing it out and your nails will just look really good. So you can see compared to the ones I haven't done. I haven't done these ones yet. So they kind of look okay, but just wait till I get them done. So just a few more minutes. It doesn't take long to do your nails. It doesn't take long to do your hair. I said, next thing, when I bleached my hair, I was actually worried that my hair was so brittle and dry that I was going to lose a lot of length. I think I lost about 1/4 of an inch. Not a lot, but I do have to trim my hair anyways. And so I wanted to color my hair before I cut. I know some people want to do cutting and then coloring, but I always find if my hair hasn't been cut for a while and it really needs to be trimmed, forgot to switch to the next polishing one. Forgot what I was doing. Now, and so, yeah, if I cut my hair, or if I cut my hair first, I'll actually lose more length than if I just don't cut my hair or don't trim my hair and I just kind of let it break off where it's going to. I always have harder time controlling my little brush just because I'm right-handed. So I do find sometimes doing things, especially with this thin one, a little bit harder. 4, 5, okay, 6 is this one. I also don't know this brick and I don't know the colors. The colors are opposite the other one I had. So I keep thinking that, no, because the other one, the light color was I think step 3 was the lighter color. So, you know, every brick has its own colors. This is hard to do. I'm just gonna do it this way. I'm just gonna hold this. The other thing I do is I'm just gonna hold this one still, and I'm just gonna move my hand and nail itself across here. I just find that easier sometimes too if I'm just having trouble on some of the nails. Then I will just finish this up with this on here. And the last step, just polishing. And so I can tell there's not a lot of the nail glue left. There might be a little bit on this one. No, it's just my nail has got some damage. Probably just, I don't know if that's from before I put the acrylic on or when I took the acrylic off, I'm not sure. But it's got some little damage on that nail. This is the one that didn't want to come off, and when I went to get it off, I actually ripped a little bit of the actual nail off. So I've got a little chunk of my nail missing, which does happen. But this is the one that had the big blob of glue that I couldn't get the nail off. I think it was this one. Yeah, it was this one. I also find it harder to remove the ones on my right hand. It's also hard to put the ones on my right hand. Okay, so there we go. Now my left hand is going to be shinier than my right hand only because it's harder for me to do this. I'm just going to find that other buffing tool I have that's so much easier, and I'll show you how I can, it's just a little easier, and I'll show you what I mean. So this is my polishing block that I like better because it's just so much easier to do. I can go across and do all of my nails and just bring one nail up if I want to just do specifically just for the edges, but I can actually get them all done. And the great thing about this is then I know that all my tips are all going to be the same length, and it really just kind of finishes them off so much faster and easier. And these are the bigger ones I have. I got these other ones here. I don't know if this one actually says what they're for. This one, I have used it to the point where I don't know oh, it does say here. Okay, because this one actually came with the other oil and stuff. So it does have so you use the blue strip to start, and then you go up to the brown strip, and then the white strip is last. So the white strip should really give, but I do find this so much easier to hold too. Like I can get across here, even with especially with my left hand. It's just so much easier for me to be able to do this rather than trying to use this smaller one. And even this with my left hand is so much easier and faster. So you just have to figure out what kind of tools work best for you. Now what I do want to put on is I still want to put on a top coat just to protect my nails. So I'm just gonna see, I think I have one just sitting right here. No, I don't. I thought it was sitting right there. Oh, yes, I do. This is just this cheap one. It's the LA Colors base coat, top coat. It says nail treatment, primes and protects nails. So I'm just gonna put a clear coat on just because my nails have had the glue on and stuff for this week, and it's been a while since I've done anything like this. Now the great thing about putting on the clear nail polish, oops, my camera is tipping again. This little stand is a little bit broken. The one thing I like about clear nail polish is I don't have to worry about overlapping, seeing lines, missing spots, getting it all over my nails, or getting it all over my fingers, which I usually do. This just gives me a nice clear coat, and then it really just looks like my nails are like this. I've only put this side here has got nail polish, this side doesn't. You can't really tell which part had the nail polish. They were both just as shiny. Now I just want to fix that because I got this solid crease there. Yeah, now it's all shiny. So now it's just going to make the nails just look that much better. If I had the other one out, I would have preferred to use the Sally Hansen one, and I think it's in the color is either blue or green bottle, and it actually is supposed to help make your nails grow, which I love using those. And then also with this, because this nail here, when it came off, I took a chunk of the actual nail out too. So this is just gonna fill in that little bit of the missing nail while it grows out past that point. And then when it grows, I can just trim that and you won't even notice. That's the other thing, is with clear nail polish, you can use this to kind of make your nails look good. Then I will have to go and clean under the nails. That I didn't do because I'll have to soak my nails and clean under the nail bed. Ooh, that stings. That's not good. This is the thumbnail that I broke. Just putting the clear nail polish just hit the tip of the skin and it just went under the skin and it's starting to sting, and that is not good. You don't want your nail, you don't want the clear nail polish to sting the nail. I can just feel it just stinging right in the nail bed right here. I'm just gonna wipe it off. Shouldn't be stinging. Well, that's not good if the nail polish is making it sting. And the acetone, I didn't even feel, well, I don't think I even used the acetone. Well, maybe a little. Maybe that's why it's just feels a little funny. It's just from the acetone itself. And now I just swiped across and wiped off all that. But I'm putting this nail polish and I can feel the nail like right underneath the nail itself, like right inside my thumb is burning. Like that's not good. But that's from, yeah, I just wrecked this one too. It's so much easier with the clear coat if you bump your nail than if it's those colored nail polish. And I do have a couple of those hand blow dryers, just the little ones that you get like at the dollar store. I don't know if they sell them anymore. I do like them. There, just get some nail polish on here. Just do a couple quick coats. And the thing with the clear is I don't wait. I'm very impatient. I hate waiting for nail polish to dry anyways. But with the clear coat, I can do 2 or 3 coats and barely wait any time for the nail polish to dry. If you do this with colored ones where you won't even give it like 30 seconds to dry, you'll get the streaks and you'll get little bubbles and it never looks good. My first coat of nail polish is always the best, and then I go and I do my second and third coats. And then I always go and wreck my nail polish. Then I have to go take it all off, and then I'm too impatient to wait for everything to fully dry again, you know, after using nail polish remover. I may still have nail polish remover on my skin, and then I go and apply fresh coat of nail polish. Which is what happened to me at Christmas when I was trying to do some stuff. But anyway, so there are my nails. They're all, you know, no acrylics now. So they're back down to, I didn't even cut them. So it's whatever size they were. I didn't cut them the other day when I had applied the acrylics. I just left them the length. I didn't really do too much to them. So there they are, acrylic free. I'll probably do acrylics. I'm going to give my thumbnail a little bit longer to grow. So probably a month before I'll put acrylics on, unless I just do the quick little peel on ones, or press on, I mean. They're already pre-glued. You just kind of press them on just for a quick night to go out with my husband or something. I might just do that. But anyway, so there they are, acrylic free. Okay, again, I just want to say thank you to everybody who's watching my videos and subscribing to my channels. So this is Beauty on a Budget. My other channel is Made with Love. I just want to say on that channel, I cannot believe I just hit 1,600 subscribers. I think it was today I saw that, or late last night, early this morning. Just again to say thank you so much to everybody who's subscribing and watching, and I'll see you all in my next videos. Bye.